If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe now. Click the bell icon next to it and select All to ensure you don't miss any of my latest videos. So in this video, let's learn about 5 other mysteries in detail. Hi friends, dimension is a measurement. Just as we measure any physical object, we measure temperature in Kelvin, length in meters, time in hours, and current in amperes. In the same way, we measure the events that happen in the universe in dimensions. According to string theory, there are up to 10 dimensions in the universe. According to M theory, there are 11 dimensions. According to bosonic string theory, there are 24 dimensions in the universe. If you know about 10 dimensions, then you can imagine the dimensions that exist after that. If you want to know about 10 dimensions, listen carefully to everything that is said in this video and imagine according to what we say. Why delay? Let's start our today's episode. Let's start from zero dimension first. A creature made by nature is zero dimension. Let's imagine that there is a zero-dimensional being. Zero means nothing. Here, the creature in the zero dimension has no shape or body. To understand the zero dimension, let's imagine a dot. This dot has no shape. But now the creature in that dot did not go forward or backward, nor up or down. Why did the creature not even turn around in the place where it was? One thing to note here is that all the dimensions that will be discussed earlier are also based on zero dimensions. First dimension. Imagine for a moment that there are 2 points in the zero dimension, both of which are at some distance from each other. Now let's connect these points with a line. Here, in this case, the creature in the zero dimension can only go forward or backward. Second dimension. In this dimension, the creature in the first dimension can go forward and backward as well as left and right. You must have played the snake game on your mobile phone. This is called the second dimension. Third dimension, let's assume that we are in the place of the creature we have created so far. In this third dimension, we can go forward and backward, left and right, and up and down. This is called the third dimension. Fourth dimension. The fourth dimension means time. We are currently living our lives in this time. What I want to tell you here is that if the 3 dimensions in time are connected to each other, then that is called space-time. We will learn how this space-time and time are connected to each other in future videos. Let's assume that the 3 dimensions are currently connected to time. We are moving forward in time in a straight line. We are moving from the past to the present and from the present to the future. As time passes, we become old. This is called the fourth dimension. Fifth dimension. In this dimension, we not only can you move forward in your legs, you can also move left and right. Now let's understand this through an example. Suppose you have 2 options. In the first option, you want to become a cricketer. In the second option, you want to become a musician. If we are in the fourth dimension, we can only become one of these 2 and build our career in that field only. But in the fifth dimension, we can do both of these things at the same time. That is, we can move forward in time and also move right and left. In this case, there are 2 parallel worlds. In one world, we are a cricketer, and in the second world, we are a musician. These 2 worlds also run independently of each other. This is called the fifth dimension. The sixth dimension. Suppose we are in the fifth dimension now. Then we become celebrities in both worlds. Now, what if your counterparts in 2 worlds could meet each other? There are 2 ways for a musician in one world to meet a cricketer in the other world. The first is that when we decide between 2 careers, the musician will have to travel through time and come back. So, a musician from the future will have to spend time with your counterpart who has watched the cricketer's career. At some point, your counterpart will become a famous cricketer. The musician from the future, who is already spending time with the cricketer counterpart, will now meet the cricketer. But due to this process, both of your counterparts will have to wait a lot of time. Now let's find out about the second one. What it is, this time your musician counterpart travels through time and meets your famous cricketer counterpart through a director's shortcut instead of going back. In this case, whichever shortcut the musician chooses will be in a different dimension. This is called the sixth dimension. The seventh dimension. We all know that all dimensions in our universe are infinite. How can time be infinite forever? If we look at the length, width, height of the universe, these will also be infinite. Just imagine what will happen if our entire universe becomes zero dimension. Let's say there is a complete universe at the nothing point. 6 dimensions work inside that point. To find out, we have to go to the zero dimension that we mentioned in the starting. However, whatever creature we imagine will only exist in the zero dimension. We haven't gone anywhere yet. Similarly, let's assume our entire universe is the zero dimension for the 7th dimension. 6 dimensions work inside this zero dimension. In this, we can go to any dimension up to infinity. Now let's assume that there is another universe like our universe, in which the physical laws are slightly different. So that complete infinity lets assume that the universe has become zero-dimensional like our universe. Now, the path between those two zero-dimensional universes is called a dimension. The seventh dimension that connects the two universes is called the eighth dimension. Just as we can go back and forth in the second dimension and go left and right, similarly, in the seventh dimension we can also go back and forth in the third universe by going right or left. That dimension is called the eighth dimension. Ninth dimension. Friends, we have already learned about the third dimension. Similarly, if we can go from all the universes in the eighth dimension to universes with different possibilities, that is, the path we take to universes with different possibilities is called the ninth dimension. 10th dimension. The 10th dimension is already the fourth dimension. We have learned about this. In this we are moving forward in time, so in addition to moving forward in time, we can also move forward, backward, down, up and left and right directions in the other three dimensions. Similarly, while moving forward in the 10th dimension, we can go anywhere in the other 9 dimensions. This is called the 10th dimension. Those who can control these 10 dimensions can be considered God. Friends, after learning about these 10 dimensions, a question arises. Are there only 10 dimensions? Can there be more dimensions after these 10? Now let's find out the answer to this question. According to string theory, every event that happens in the universe, in simpler terms, every thought that comes to your mind is also happening somewhere in this universe. No matter what that thought is, all the possibilities that are coming to your mind now are also happening in some universe in real time. Maybe there are physical laws working against it. If you were to create a universe through the Big Bang, if we think about the universe being born, it is really happening somewhere in real time. What we want to say is that how many people are there in this universe? The possibilities of all their thoughts are definitely happening in these 10 dimensions. This is not what Main says, this is what string theory says. According to M theory, 11 dimensions are possible in the universe. But here a question comes to light. Can we go anywhere in these 10 dimensions? The answer to this is no. We can only experience the fourth dimension in reality. Now another question also comes. Why can't we go to higher dimensions? What is the answer to this? Our physical body is a three-dimensional structure. Only it can travel in higher dimensions, which is one-dimensional. If we look at every part of our body in a microscopic form, we will see an atom. If we look at it in more detail, we will see electrons, protons, neutrons. Now if you look closely, you will see that the structures of these tiny particles are also three-dimensional. Only the superstring is one-dimensional. It vibrates in the 10th dimension as well. Let us learn about this superstring in detail in another episode. Now the question is, how can an object in only one dimension be able to go to higher dimensions? The answer to this is that the 10th dimension is made up of each dimension. Each dimension has its own properties. We can go to another dimension only through one dimension. But now the question that many people have is, can we communicate with those in the higher dimension? The answer to this is yes. What kind of technology will be required for this? It should be able to control a one-dimensional object. Only then can we communicate with higher dimensions. So friends, what do you think about the 10th dimension? Comment below and tell us about this video. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.